Mr. Arun Jain, Chairman and Managing Director, Polaris Financial Technology. Mr. R. Chandrasekharan, Executive Vice Chairman, Cognizant India. Mr. Ravi Sam, Chairman, CII Tamil Nadu. And Managing Director, Advait Lakshmi Industries Limited. Mr. Prashant, who is Event Chairman, Connect, Coimbatore 2014. Mr. K. Lango, Chairman, CII Coimbatore. Mr. P. Sridharan, Mr. G. Senthil Kumar, distinguished speakers, participants, delegates, ladies and gentlemen. I am thankful to CII for giving me an opportunity to be with you today and to hear a lot of the industry leaders of their own experience, their vision for the country and for information technology industry in India. I am really very grateful to CII for bringing a variety of people in this event, which is the characteristics of CII being an organization having representation from multiple sectors of the economy. Like CII is well represented by manufacturing representative, IT representative, IT leaders, manufacturing leaders, and most of the sectors of the economy. CII is really uniquely placed to lead the Indian industry in the next paradigm, next shape. The speakers have just spoken in great detail about need of innovation, need of design thinking, need of product creation, and need of continuous improvement in their processes and technologies and thoughts. It's very encouraging. We are already passing through very interesting times. IT industry in this country is more than 2 decades old, and it has carved a niche in Indian mindset, in Indian culture, in Indian economic scenario. It's a flagship industry, and it has contributed immensely to the country in terms of brand equity, in terms of creation of modern jobs, in terms of creation of capacity across the country, and in terms of its its all pervasiveness nature. It's a kind of scenario where we have got 3 million engineers deeply working with the various systems, various sectors of IT sector, and having deep capacity now to get into product creation, get into leading the research and innovation, because now during last 2 decades, India has moved up the value chain, IT industry has moved up the value chain, and from once stereotyped coding IT industry, now it's an industry where most of the R&D is happening for their clients across the world. So these are the times when we have to think about how do we take our industry to the next level, where we could create wealth, we could create value, we could create job and disruptive growth, and the kind of growth that the India needs because of its demographic needs. It's a requirement, because if we are 1.2 billion strong country, as people say, about 65 crore people are below 30 years of age. And all these people not only need job for sake of getting their livelihood, but for their meaningful contribution in the growth of this country. If they are given an opportunity of association and working for the upliftment of the country in various sectors of the economy, the IT industry can show the way, can lead the way, and can create that interface across the sectors of economy and bring the entire demography of India into the progress of the country, into the development of the country, so that the vision for the country which we have can be achieved, and every hand in the country can prosper and work for the progress of this country. Let's talk about Tirupur, because Tirupur, like being a manufacturing hub, a hub for textile production, apparel production, and at the same time doing very excellent in sectors of IT and electronics. Now these are the times when we have to ensure a kind of connection, interface and interaction in these sectors of economy, so that the IT, which is all pervasive and can be used for making these other sectors of economic like textile, apparel industry, manufacturing industry, making more efficient, bringing efficiency, enhancing productivity, and thereby making them more competitive, so that they can be competitive across the world and continue to grow the way they are growing. Can we create a kind of center of excellence where IT can help them in their design thinking, so that they can innovate better, they can design their products better, they can innovate and continue to lead the design and their offering to the rest of the world. Now these are the times when we have to work together. IT cannot be seen in a very isolated manner. And this would also present an opportunity for the IT sector, which is the flagship sector, where in year 2013, where we have exported about $86 billion, and by 2020 it is expected that it will grow to $200 billion, where we will, with the simple arithmetic, we will employ about 7 million engineers in this sector. Now, there are challenges. We can grow linearly, but at the same time, can we fuel other sectors of economy so that even the IT sector grows domestically, so that our dependence on merely export reduces to an extent in times to come. So we have to work for many models, and small centers of excellence like leading center is like Coimbatore, where we have very peculiar center where we have most of the sectors of economy working closely and available around in the region. So these are the types. Government of India basically has been really focusing on ensuring that how the industry, which has moved up the value chain, can be used in a manner where we can transform ourselves from service to a product nation. How we can create a culture across the country where we can use our workforce, which is already developing product and doing R&D for their customers. Can they venture out of their present jobs, leverage the risk capital that is being made available by the government of India? As announced in the present budget, 10,000 crore has been earmarked for supporting the startups. Now, if our people who have the experience in the industry, in the product creation, in kind of innovation, if they have the ideas and problem in front of them, can they come out and create products which is needed for the country, needed for the various sectors of the economy, various sectors of Indian economy? Now these are the times. Like if Digital India, that is also announced in the budget, it has been envisaged that we have to reduce our dependence on the external products, and we have to get into those products which can work for us in tremendous manner in terms of import substitute, because India is heavily depending on the imports in terms of product and IPR that we have to have from abroad, and we have to pay a heavy price. Now how we can reduce that gap, and how we can leverage that money that we can save in fueling the creation of the job. If you look at the National Policy on IT 2012 and National Policy on Electronics 2012, you will find startling numbers. As I said, in National Policy on IT 2012, we have forecasted that the IT exports from the country will grow to $200 billion. Now, this $200 billion is not mere a number, because it connects with itself the number of engineers that are working with this for making this export happen, the number of companies that are getting created, their brand value, their assets, at the same time their interface with the rest of the world, their contribution in other sectors of the economy and knowledge. Now all these things, I am just trying to signify and underline that we will be in a capacity to really venture very, very drastically and disruptively in terms of creation of product and innovating ourselves in all sectors. Like if you look at the forecasted number under National Policy on Electronics, it has been forecasted that India would require $400 billion electronic goods and products which will be consumed by 2020. And it has been estimated that India, by this rate, if not accelerated or promoted or created, then will only produce about $100 billion electronic goods. So this gap of $300 billion presents a lot of opportunity, because this gap of $300 billion is capable of creating 28 million jobs, as has been forecasted under that study. Now 28 million jobs put together is going to make a lot of difference in this country, provided we are able to minimize that gap between the demand and supply and production and the consumption. And under this scenario, the government of India has already taken a number of initiatives, which I don't need to enumerate, because it's a public knowledge that government of India has decided to create 2 fabs in this country for chip, and then electronic manufacturing clusters, and then modified special incentive program, special incentive package for manufacturing of certain items, consumer items. At the same time, the information highway, the national knowledge network connecting 1 lakh educational institutions across the country for the flow of the knowledge across the country in the student, then national optical fiber network connecting 2.5 lakhs panchayat across the country. So all these initiatives, as have been enumerated, or to see that the knowledge flows freely from one place to other and is used by the researchers, the R&D people and our students, that they can learn a lot and they are ready to contribute from the day one to the Indian economy. In Coimbatore, if you look at the exports that have been reported, it's estimated that, because we don't have very authentic data from the SEZs, but we can safely estimate that it was 3,000 crore rupees that has been exported from this region in the field of IT. And there are several SEZs that are working. STPI has also got about 35 units, and overall the Tamil Nadu is exporting about 75,000 crore worth softwares. So very encouraging number. If you look at the STPI compiled figure for year 2013-14, apart from SEZs that we don't account in our figures, we have registered 2,66,000 crores export in year 2013-14. It's a very great and encouraging number, and if you put the SEZ figures, it would be more very encouraging and very aspiring for us. So we are doing very well, and I am sure that in times to come, even we will do better. We'll learn from other sectors, work for other sectors. We'll create kind of synergies between all the sectors so that IT sector prospers across the sectors of economy. With this, I would congratulate the CII, which is very closely working with all the sectors of economy to see that how the IT can be leveraged and how the government can also work with them to see that the IT is used for enhancement of productivity, for creating center of excellence for the particular and several sectors of economy, and for enhancement of efficiency in their sector. With this, I would congratulate CII and also expect that in other sessions, which are very wonderful sessions that are in lineup, the speakers would really share a lot of knowledge. Just after this session, a very important session of design thinking, which is very key to the project. Product creation and innovation would also happen. We'll leverage and we'll learn a lot from them. Thank you, and best wishes for all the success of this conference. Thank you.